Thank you. Thank you, loving family, for being here. I would like to start my informative speech with a quick question. Do you guys ever remember having migraines from being in school all day, then getting home and still having to do so much more homework? In an article I came across, it talked about start times and its effects on teenagers. Your article is written by Infectious Diseases in Children, written on September 2018. This causes a long-term effect on teenagers for their health and physical and mental. Many teenagers are driven to do so many dangerous things all the time, unfortunately, due to the long-term stresses. And this is something they carry into their adulthood. One thing I like to begin with are the early start times. Students are now being affected by their sleep schedules in order to wake up at 7 a.m. every day. There's a proven evidence that adolescents experience a slowing on the homeostatic drive to sleep. Considering most teenagers need 8 to 10 hours of sleep, they already have so much to do, like homework, extracurricular activities, jobs, and the use of technology. It makes it almost impossible. The AAP and the American Academy of Sleep Medicine endorse an 8:30 or later start time for schools. Studies show, unfortunately, that 92.7% of high schools in the U.S. start at 8 a.m. every day. There's evidence to show teenagers experience less motor vehicle crashes by 14% when start times change from 7:30 to 8:45 a.m. This was all said by the Accident Analysis and Prevention. All this info was found by Infectious Diseases in Children. Another thing I would like to talk about is stress. Teenagers deal with a large amount of stress that just comes with school. About 83% of teens have said that school was somewhat a significant source of stress. The question to beg is, what does stress do to a human psyche and their physical health? The Washington Post article was used by Margaret Shapiro. The mental and physical health is affected absolutely the most. Stress alone in isolated moments can cause lots of anxiety and mood swings. So there's a lot of irritability, lots of anger, lots of uncalled for spurs of moments where they will shout and scream and just completely say things that was not needed. It will also cause headaches, stomach aches, and other aches. If you ever notice maybe your back is hurting, your arm is hurting, your chest is hurting, any part of your body is hurting, it can easily be explained by the fact that there's a lot of stress on you. And teenagers experience this a lot more than most adults do. Long-term effects are forgetfulness, carelessness, bad sleeping patterns, and overeating or undereating. There has been spikes in both different domains of overeating and undereating. We have completely two different extremes explained by stress. Unfortunately, this is a solution that may need to come in due time. But it is in teenagers that suffer in long term and will continue to suffer into their adulthood. I leave you all with just one thought. Many teenagers could possibly have anger and fluid mood swings due to the stresses of school. Anyway, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you guys for listening. And that was my informative speech.